It's alright. Hush.
Yo guys, what is up? Max in an Outriders video, and today we're talking about the Trickster nerfs and how I adjusted my build accordingly to counteract them. Now, the Trickster nerfs were pretty big, and you can feel them, you can see the damage difference. However, I found some pieces of gear and swapped my build around a little bit to counteract them, and I'm now clearing content faster than I ever could. With the old setup, I was clearing chem plants in like 10 minutes, 30 seconds. I'm now doing it in 8 minutes, and that's some change. It is ridiculous, the gear changes that we've done to just improve this build, and I'm gonna walk you through everything you guys need to know. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. And with that, guys, let's get right into it. All right, guys, so we're going to talk about the nerfs to Trickster, and then we'll go over everything that I changed with the build. Now, the nerfs, real quickly, Twisted Rounds was changed to a base 26-second cooldown. With my cooldown reduction, I have it to 17 seconds. Next up, the Disruptive Firepower and the Outrider Executioner nodes were changed from 50% weapon damage increases on both to 35, so a 30% damage decrease on Trickster. And lastly, the Vulnerable Teleport mod. This is invulnerable in general, but it impacts us because we use Vulnerable Teleport, was changed from a 25% multiplicative damage increase to a 15% multiplicative damage increase. This is still worthwhile. I had some people confused that this gets consumed after you shoot once. No, it lasts for the duration of vulnerable, 10 seconds, and you get 15% damage against that target while they are vulnerable. So, for the gear and the biggest changes, the build that I was rocking before in the old video, and I still recommend using that build. It is still insane, still clears CT15s, but we were able to change some things up about it and improve it. Now, the biggest thing that was holding me back was I was relying on Perpetual Mobile, and Perpetual Mobile is an amazing mod. It'll allow you to upkeep, but I'm wasting a mod just for ammo there on my weapon, and weapon mods are amazing. And my biggest thing that I was lacking was AoE damage, and because I only had single target, my clears weren't as fast. Now, with this piece of gear, and this is the headpiece that is holding this build all together, you need this headpiece for this new modified variant of this build. It took me a while to get. It's just lucky you get it from an expedition, but it has the mod Instant Reload, Hunt the Prey. Teleporting instantly replenishes magazine in your current weapon. This is as good as it sounds. When you teleport to an enemy, you get a full mag of Twisted Rounds, which means that I could take off Perpetuum and put on another tier 3. Instead of Perpetuum now, I have Concentration Blast, and this is my main weapon, the Anomaly Effigy. I know it looks silly, but this is giving me single target damage with Killing Spree, because I'm going to get up to 75% of my weapon damage, and I'm using Concentration Blast, which is this gun's unique tier 3, and it is so good. It is so far the best AoE clearer that I've gotten. When I kill an enemy, if there are up to however many enemies are nearby, I'm going to multiply 113k times the amount of enemies nearby to create a blast that is going to easily hit 500, 600k. If I have Venators on them, it consumes the Venators, and I'm hitting like 1,000,000 damage every second to AoE mobs. This allows me to shoot one elite and kill all the other elites next to them. My clear speed on mobs on like animal or like beast expeditions are really good, and against human expeditions. I really like this shotgun. I really like this mod. There are obviously substitutes if you can get Killing Spree and like Bone Shrapnel. Minefield works really well. There's a lot of good AoE clears, but I really do like this Concentration Blast because of its short cooldown and the fact that the more enemies nearby, the more damage that I can do, and I'm constantly surrounded by enemies. Next up for our mods and our gear. So I'm using Sharp Eye with this, and getting Sharp Eye is very nice. It's very nice. I got Hunt the Prey, Sharp Eye, tons of firepower on this piece of gear. Next up, Mitigation from Death, Damage Absorber. Now, to be fully transparent with you guys, I swapped out for one of these clips to do tons of damage. I swapped out Mitigation from Death for Bloodlust. I want Bloodlust so badly. I want to get rid of Rejuvenation, and this is my only mod I don't like that I have on my gear, but I haven't gotten lucky enough. So I'm using Rejuvenation. Isn't that bad because I'm killing things and I'm getting that armor and anomaly power and firepower, but I don't really need it. But Mitigation from Death, while we're aiming down sights, we're going to get 45k armor, killing enemies, and Sharp Eye, I aim down sights, I get 16k per kill. These two things work really nicely together. Next up, Radiation Jump. Like I said, vulnerable, it's really good, even though it was nerfed. Rejuvenation there. These gloves, Captain Hunter, and personal space. This is good stuff. Captain Hunter is why I'm able to do so much damage to elites, and personal space I prefer over the shotgun damage boost. And lastly, stare into the barrel. Boost your firepower by 10k for each enemy in close range, stacks up to 5 times. And then emergency stance. Attain Golem. You don't need emergency stance. I do really like it. Having emergency stance and mitigation from death and damage absorber means that I can pretty much play like an idiot and never die. I have the damage to kill things. I can always heal, and I don't really have to worry about getting like killed out of nowhere. However, you can take out some of these things like Golem if you want to run another damage mod. For example, the 10% shotgun damage would be nice. I don't have that. I also don't have the 30 crit damage, so you could take out emergency stance and rock the 30 crit. That would be really nice. I haven't gotten the gear for that yet, so just an FYI, there is more damage to be had here. I don't have perfect gear, but I have pretty good gear, enough that I can run golds in about 8 minutes now. So guys, that is the build. If there's any time left, I'll probably play a little bit of gameplay afterwards just to show you guys the raw footage of what this build looks like. Also, this Enoch's Blessing is Killing Spree Gravediggers. This is my big headshot weapon with crit damage and close range damage. This thing hits like a truck if I hit the headshots, but this is the weapon I use most of the time just because there's always high density areas in this game. Guys, that is it for the build. I will catch y'all in the next one. Take care, guys. Peace.
Was putting in the